Welcome back, everybody. This is Michael Levitas from juristu.com, and I'm here with two premier attorneys, Gary Silverstein and Jesse Minc. They do personal injury law, including construction accidents law. And in our previous segment, we've introduced the anatomy of winning a construction accidents case. But now let's talk about each part in its separate segment. Let's start off with the very important part, which is investigation, something that must be done before filing lawsuit. Gary, what kind of investigation do you have to do before filing for a claim?
All right, Michael, that's a great question. Part of the investigation process involves, once we get a phone call, identifying specifically the site, place, and location of the accident. We need to develop whether or not there are witnesses, video surveillance, and other documents, photographs that we could take at the scene. So when we get a phone call that comes in immediately concerning a construction accident, a labor law case, whether it be in Brooklyn, Queens, anywhere in New York State, we jump on it right away. And I think Jesse could speak to the proper practice that we've always developed over the many years of experience in these types of claims that our law firm has. We've handled millions and millions of dollars of settlements for construction labor law claims. Jesse's one of the brightest young minds in the construction industry. He's worked on cases involving union workers, undocumented laborers. So Jesse will speak clearly as to the investigation process. So Jesse, why don't you start off what's your basic understanding in developing this winning culture to obtain millions of dollars for our construction accident clients, how we start our investigation process.
What you have to understand is that the case is often made in the first week, and that's not just from our perspective, that's the defense perspective. On major construction accidents, when they occur, defendants and their insurance companies have attorneys on retainer who they call. They have developed a practice of 24-hour hotlines to have investigations on their side start immediately. We have to match them and do the same thing. Most important in labor law cases, construction accident cases, is often witness statements. Getting them while they're fresh and getting them before the defense gets to them. A lot of times there's pressure from the general contractor, from the employer, not to talk to the plaintiff, the injured person, or anybody representing them. Go silent. We try to get in under that veil before it closes. We get notarized sworn statements right away so that we have the evidence we need as we go down the line, and years later we pull it out, we use it.
Let me just piggyback upon what Jesse said, why it's so important. At construction sites, a lot of time the subcontractors or are transient. They may not be there for a long period of time. So if an accident happens, whether you're a HVAC guy, a plumber, an electrician, one or more of the contractors may leave the site. So that's why the investigation process is such a vital element in these kinds of cases.
I see.
Also, at the end of the day, the end of the line is a jury trial. And what do you have to do at a jury trial? You have to present evidence. What happens to that evidence if you don't jump on it right away? It's in the wind, whether it be witness statements, photographs of conditions as they exist at the time of the accident, physical evidence, things like this. You got to get them right away, and that's our practice.
In addition to what Jesse talked about, photographs, evidence of that nature, what else is important is possibly surveillance video. Surveillance video is something that you have to right away for it as soon after the accident occurs. You have to identify the location, possible insurance carriers, to notify them that they must retain the video surveillance. The video surveillance is of extreme importance to help prove your case at the very end, as Jesse has indicated.
Thank you, Jesse and Gary, for giving us a nice overview of what it takes to actually do the investigation before the case is started, because we want to make sure everything is lined up. You have all the information before it gets spoiled, before the insurance company gets involved. But for anybody who's listening, remember, this is all educational material. This is general information. If you want to have a consultation on your particular case, or you want to get second opinion, please call a number on the bottom of the screen, and the consultation is free. Now, our next segment, we're going to talk about what it takes actually to start a case. We're going to talk about what goes into a complaint and whom you can possibly sue. Who are the defendants whom you can sue? Please stay with us for our next segment. Thank you so much.